Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and this is part number 23. Wow, part number 23 of my NFL hybrid set build from 1970 through 1973. And this is going to be a fun page here. There's some big hitters on this page, in my opinion. And again, one card for every player. Like a guy like Roman Gabriel up here, he had a card in 70, 71, 72, and 73, but just one card. One card only for every player that had a card issued between 70 and 73. And a lot of these are my childhood football cards. And man, I've really enjoyed building this set. I've enjoyed sharing this set with you guys. I know there's a handful of you guys that watch and pretty much comment, every video. And I really do appreciate it because this is kind of a labor of love. Most of these cards aren't worth more than a couple of bucks, if that. But man, this is just kind of where my collecting heart is really at. A lot of nostalgia cards, and I just love these NFL cards. Again, a lot of them were my childhood cards from my collection, so they mean a little bit more than some other cards to me personally. And I just hope that you guys have enjoyed this. And so let's get to it. There's some big names in here. We're going to start off with 1973 card of Mr. Tom Funchess. It's his rookie card. And he had a card issued in 74 as well. He was drafted by the Patriots with the 32nd overall pick in 1968. He played with the Patriots from 68 to 70, then the Oilers from 71 to 73, and the Dolphins in 74. Tom played in 87 games, and he started 72 games in his NFL career, so he had a pretty nice, solid career. Over here we got John Fuqua. Love that name. Running back with the Steelers, 1972. I really like that card. I kind of like the close-up picture there. Pretty nice card. His rookie cards in 1971. And he had cards issued from 72 through 74. He was drafted in 1969 by the Giants with the 273rd pick. John played for 1 year with the Giants, and he got traded to the Steelers. And that's where he became famous for his role in the Immaculate Reception. Of course, John was the one that possibly hit the ball that it was thrown to by Bradshaw. Then it bounced off of him. A defender and Franco Harris scooped it up, ran in for a touchdown. One of the great mysterious plays in the NFL. But yeah, John Fuqua Frenchie was a big part of that. He played in he won two Super Bowls with the Steelers, Super Bowl 9 and 10, and he played in 100 games, 100 games. Starting 52, and he had 4,278 yards from scrimmage with 24 touchdowns, so not a bad career at all. Roman Gabriel, I love the 1971 Rams cards. They are so cool. And man, Roman Gabriel was just like, he's one of my favorite guys. I know Steve, Vintage on Vintage, he's a huge, Roman Gabriel is his guy for NFL quarterbacks. He was a big Rams fan, and so shout out to Steve, Vintage on Vintage. Roman Gabriel, just a great player. His rookie cards in 1962 tops. Then he had cards issued from 62 all the way to 72. And then he had cards in 75 and 76 and 78. So he did not have cards in 73 and 74, nor did he have a card in 77. Roman was drafted with the number 2 pick by the Rams in 1962. He played with the Rams from 62 to 72, and then the Eagles from 73 to 77. He was the NFL MVP in 1969. He earned Pro Bowl spots in 67, 68, 69, and 73. In 73, Roman was NFL Comeback Player of the Year. He had made 89 state starts, but in 1972, Roman had a knee and shoulder issues, and he got traded to the Eagles. There was quite a few players that were traded for him, and he led the Eagles to a winning season. And his last 2 years, Roman was a backup with the Eagles. He finished with over 29,000 yards passing, had 201 touchdown passes, with 30 touchdowns rushing. So 201 touchdown passes, and he ran for 30 himself. He played in 183 games, starting in 157, and he died in April of 2024. And Roman Gabriel is just one of those good character guys, good guys from the NFL. Just a great player, and one of my favorite players. And I really like that 71 card. That's like one of my favorite cards. John Garlington. This is his rookie card. And he had cards issued from 73 to 75. He was picked with the number 47 pick out of LSU. He was a first-team All-American in 1967 and played with the Browns from 68 to 77. He played in 128 games, starting 59. And he started every game in 73 and 74. In 1975, he played and started in 7 games and sustained an injury. And that was pretty much the end of his career. He had 9 interceptions and 8 fumble recoveries as a linebacker for the Browns. Carl Garrett. Carl Garrett, rookie card. This is Carl's rookie card. He also had cards from 72 to 76. He was drafted in 1969 with the 58th pick out of the powerhouse college of New Mexico Highlands. I've never heard of New Mexico Highlands. He was 1969 AFL Rookie of the Year after he rushed for 691 yards and 5 touchdowns. He averaged 5 yards per carry, which is pretty good. He played for the Patriots from 69 to 72, the Bears from 73 to 74, the Jets in 75, and the Raiders in 76 and 77. And he played with the Raiders in Super Bowl 11 and was on that winning team. He suited up in 110 games, starting 67, and he had 6,128 all-purpose yards with 35 touchdowns. Now this guy here, Mike Garrett, boy, oh boy, was he ever a good player, huh? Out of USC. Mike, he had cards issued from 70 to 74. He was drafted by the AFL Chiefs with the 178th pick. The NFL Rams also picked him with the 18th overall pick. He was drafted by the Steelers. Let me back that up. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates as well in the Major League Baseball. I did not know that. He was a 2-time All-American out of USC and was a Heisman Trophy winner in 1965. Mike Garrett was kind of the first, there were so many USC running backs that won the Heisman Trophy out of USC. Of course, you had Mike and O.J. Simpson, Charles White, Marcus Allen. There was a steady stream of great running backs out of USC, and he was one of the first ones. He played with the Chiefs from 66 to 70 and got traded mid-season to the Chargers in 1970. And he played with them until 1973. He was a winner with the Chiefs on the Super Bowl IV team and was an AFL All-Star in 66 and 67. Overall, Mike gained over 8,000 yards and scored 35 rushing touchdowns. He had 13 receiving touchdowns as well as 1 punt return for a touchdown. He played in 104 games, starting 83, and he was the athletic director at USC from 1993 all the way to 2010. That is a long run, but he was just a great running back. And down here we got the Garrisons. Gary Garrison over here first. Gary Garrison. He's in the Chargers Hall of Fame. And his rookie card is a 1968 Topps, and he had cards issued from 68 to 77. He was drafted by the Chargers in 1965. He played with the Chargers from 66 to 76, and then 1 year with the Oilers. He was a 4-time Pro Bowl choice in 68, 70, 71, and 72. He played in 134 games, starting 124. He had over 405 receptions in his career for 7,500 yards and 58 touchdowns. Gary is a member of the Chargers Hall of Fame. He had a really solid career. Walt Garrison. His rookie card is a 1971 Topps, and he had cards from 72 to 75. He was drafted with the 79th pick by the Cowboys in 66 and played with the Cowboys from 66 to 74. He was a Super Bowl VI winner and a Pro Bowl selection in 1972. He played for 9 seasons, missing only 7 games. He retired in 1975 with almost 3,900 yards rushing and 1,800 yards receiving with 39 touchdowns. Walt was a tough player, and of course he was famous for his commercials for Copenhagen chewing tobacco, just a pinch between your teeth and your gums. That was the trade line. Roy Gerela, kicker with the Steelers. His rookie cards are 1971 Topps. He had cards issued between 73 and 79. He was drafted by the Oilers in 1969 with the 96th pick. He was born in Canada and graduated high school in Hawaii. That's pretty wild. Born in Canada, graduated high school in Hawaii, and he went to Utah State for college. Roy played in 1969 and 70 with the Oilers, but then with the Steelers from 71 to 78, where he was just a terrific kicker, and he was very, very popular. There was a fan club called Gerela's Gorillas. Yeah, Roy Gerela, the Gerela's Gorillas. And he led the AFC in scoring in both 73 and 74. He was a Pro Bowl selection in 72. In 74, he was a three-time Super Bowl winner. And he appeared in 3 games in 1979 with the Chargers before being released after a groin injury. Roy played in 145 games, kicking 184 field goals and 351 extra points. And he was a solid, important member of the great Steelers teams of the 1970s. He was a solid kicker. He was very, very reliable. And probably he played at Three River Stadium in the cold and whatever. He was probably a decent bad weather kicker as well. But this is just a nice sheet. You got Roy Gerela, Walt Garrison, Gary Garrison, Carl Garrett, Roman Gabriel, Johnny Fuqua. I mean, some real nice cards on this sheet. Some really, really good players. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I sure did. I love I love it when these sheets are filled up like this with some solid NFL players that really had an impact in the early 70s. And I'm going to be real honest with you. My favorite card out of all this on the sheet, at Roman Gabriel. That's a great card. Great card. Love it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Man, I sure do. You can tell by my voice, I'm sure, how much I've enjoyed putting this one together. So until next time, guys, take care. Enjoy this hobby. Keep on collecting. So many ways to enjoy it. And we'll talk later.